in Johannesburg, and the initiative will inspect Spaza shops for compliance with health and safety standards, business licensing regulations, and identify the sale of expired or illicit goods. SABC News reporter Monique Lewis joins us now live for the latest update on this. Monique, a very good morning to you. Thank you indeed for your time. So we're seeing quite a lot of this in several parts of the country where, law enforcement and other authorities are out in their numbers, inspecting these Spaza shops. What have you found where you are?
Well, a very good morning to you, Chriselle, and thank you so much to your viewers this morning. Well, indeed, we haven't gotten underway yet, but following the President Cyril Ramaphosa's address last night, he did urge that all implicated Spaza shops should be closed, and we know that a figure of 22 children have been reported to be dead of the foodborne illnesses that have occurred since the beginning of October. Well, we are currently in Diepsloot, as you have mentioned, where the city of Johannesburg, accompanied with Home Affairs, the Department of Home Affairs and Immigrations, will be going to Spaza shops to check the compliance as to whether they are documented and to see as to whether they do comply with the health regulations of the Department of Health. But right now with me, speaking more on this, I have with me the acting mayor, Eunice, Mgcina, to just tell us about more and give us briefly what will happen now and where to from here. Well, a very good afternoon to you, ma'am. So, speaking about compliance issues, we do have a very broad issue with that. But can we just speak about how President Cyril Ramaphosa has spoken to the nation yesterday, insisting that Spaza shops should close down? What will happen from here now?
Good morning, Monique and viewers at home. We are here today to launch this bylaw enforcement campaign with an intention to close down the Spaza shops that are not abiding by the bylaws of the city. As we have seen, we have two operations today, only happening here in Region A, in Diepsloot, as well as in Region D, which is around the Naledi area. So the intention today is to get those that are not abiding by the law of this country to face the reality of them having to comply. So we are also in a campaign to also educate our people, because in this particular campaign, alone as local government would not win. We need our communities, sectors, stakeholders around the community. And I'm quite confident that the community is also tired of all that is happening that is wrong in their communities. So we need them to also partake in this campaign, be with us. Our teams will always be on the ground, as we usually do. On a monthly basis, all our regions, 7 regions in Johannesburg, they always do operations. But what is also a little bit lacking is the issue around monitoring of our strategy. So we will be emphasizing on that, or putting more effort in terms of how do we monitor that once we close the Spaza shop, that Spaza shop doesn't open a day later or a week later. So we will be monitoring that and working around that as the city.
All right. So the president also mentioned that he's giving municipalities or Spaza shop owners 21 days to register their Spaza shops with the municipalities, and if they do not do so, then their business will be shut down with immediate effect. How are you planning to monitor and evaluate that situation?
Look, we'll be working like you have seen. We've already brought everyone on board. The SABC is here. JMPD in the city, which is the custodian of bylaws in the city, they're here. All departments that are relevant to the compliance of Spaza shops and any other business around the area, they are here. Economic development is here. Development planning, which I'm leading, is here in the city. Health department is here. Public safety department is here. So we have brought everyone on board, and this should not be a ticking box exercise. It shouldn't be. And we are calling upon all the departments to make sure that this exercise that we have launched officially today doesn't become one of the failures in our country. So we're calling upon all of them as well to also be on board and work with us us as the city to fight this battle so that we can win it at the end of the day. And we're quite confident, as we have seen the communities out to come and support us. So there is that willingness to end this particular ordeal that we have all went through. It's not in our interest to see kids continue dying in our hands. We cannot allow that anymore.
But okay, can I please ask, in terms of the registration of Spaza shops, can you please give us a broader aspect or elaborate more on how can the Spaza shop owners go to the city, to the municipalities to actually register their?
We have Economic Development Department that does the registration of these Spaza shops. So we have officials who are deployed in regions because Johannesburg it's huge. So we have that are registered in the region. In Region A, where we are, we have offices in Midrand where our residents can go and register their companies. All the nitty-gritties that are requested or required, they will have to bring them and we'll share. Look, we're also working on educating our communities because our communities are not aware of what is it that they must do in their own spaces. For instance, build control, land use unit in the department deals with building plans of our residents. If you want to build a Spaza shop, you need to go to our land use department to get proper documentation, submit so that you can be approved to build whatever Spaza shop that you want to or any other building that you want to improve in your yard. So we are here there locally. The only thing that we need to do is to do more of this education awareness campaigns in our areas, and that's what you will be doing. We are launching today, but this is an ongoing process or campaign that you will see us in other regions. Region B, we are coming. Region C, we are coming. Region D, Region E, we are coming. But also, we must also be cognizant of the fact that these operations have been running in the city. On a monthly basis, officials call operations where all departments are included. They attend to lawlessness in the city, but we need to put more effort to it now that we are losing so many lives, and lives that are kids, children, our future. So we can't afford to have that going forward. So we are quite committed to this fight, and the executive mayor, when he is back, will be working in the next few weeks. You'll see us on the ground continuing with this work.
One last question before I let you go, Executive Mayor. Can I just ask, what does the city of Johannesburg have in plans to boost the township economy for South Africans?
Look, there are a number of initiatives that we have put together that we through the Department of Economic Development that we want to assist. We now trying to check if we can also provide an incentives, especially to business owners in this regard, Spaza shops, but it's something that we're still working on. We know that the province does support in terms of that, even though I think there is that element of communication that our people need to get from the province. National is doing that as well, supporting SMMEs. The Department of SMMEs does support our communities on that so that they can improve themselves, improve the economy of the area. But there are projects that we are running in this particular ward where we are currently. We are building, beautifying the street down. It's Ngonyama Street, I think that street down by the bridge there. And that particular project benefits the community because laborers are from the community, small businesses are from the community, and we also want to call upon communities that when these projects come to their communities, they must work together. We don't want to see communities fighting over projects that are of a benefit to themselves. So we're calling upon communities to do that as well. But we'll continue to provide or to improve the economy of our townships. But the economy of our townships as well needs all of us, communities, government, whether local government, provincial or national government, to be on board so that we make our community understand how important the economy of a township is to themselves, because it must benefit them as the township people in the very same township.
Thank you so much, Bob. That was the acting executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg, Eunice Mgcina, just taking us through what we're expecting to happen today and also how to boost the township economy for South Africans. She has mentioned that we do have a long way to go in terms of